hello. Welcome back to the Dare to Ask videos. I know you're loving them. Do you know what? I am as well, because it's a way, instead of thinking every day, oh, I wish you'd read on this, I wish you'd read on that, and that I get to answer you. So this probably will take 4 or 5 videos because there's so many of you, okay? But I'm loving it, and I hope you are too. I'm in the shisha bar as well. I found my sanctuary, okay, for reading. All you can hear is, it's not their fault, they're drilling and making a new bar. And then you've got the music drowning out the drilling. And oh my god, I was on the verge of having a tantrum, I think. I was getting real stressed out. I thought, god. Anyway, never mind. It's a holiday. Right. Where are we up to? Thank you, BFP. Question: was Megan Markle really born on the 4th? As I noticed, the late Queen grandmother was also born on the 4th, and so was Obama. Now listening to this reading, so that's the RIP. I lost a few subscribers, but you know, you'll be back. You'll be back. People say you shouldn't read on people's lifespans. Well, I talk to the dead daily, so you know, it's no odds to me. And I'm also one of them believers that you can read on anything. You know, it's some people go, oh, I don't do this, or oh, I can't answer that, or oh, you know, you're a dead set with me. Whether I'm right or wrong, I still read the questions. So was Megan's born on the 4th of August? Absolutely. Absolutely. Mother went into labour the day before. I think there was quite a long in labour, and she's her age as well, unfortunately. I know Matt Thomas came out and verified it, but I've already covered that in other readings. So yes, the stars was aligned. I told you, it was the plan. And that's why she's so interested in psychics, you know, and getting like looking to the future or seeking advice, and that's why she thinks she's a psychic as well. Well, she's not going to see that coming, is she? Thing is, if it's in your life's plan, I already know mine. Okay, I've said many times I die late 60s, 67. Any longer I'll be devastated. Because I know, and the reason I say that is I don't fear death. Once you stop worrying about, you know, when people are dying, you can live and you can feel comfortable, and you know, it doesn't matter. But I suppose for me, it's like I know what's going on. I know what's beyond death as well. So you know, it makes sense. I came in early and I'll go out early. I just don't want my husband to go first, okay? And I have a feeling that he will. Oh, I've said to him before, you know, if I go before you, you can have another woman. You can have your third wife. We'll fight over you. No, it doesn't work like that, actually. You know, it's sort of a bit of a school, a bit of acting. It's a body that can fail at any time, you know. So yeah, there's a lot more to it. And like I keep saying, I'm 50 and I'm still not truly worked it out. Okay. It's already in the public domain that Camila and Gavin will appear on her cooking show. Oh yes. Oh yes. I believe that. Yes or no, universe, will they? And we gotta. Absolutely. It's already been confirmed. And you know, if it goes well, there'll be other things. So she's trying to break into the politics again. Like I said, people are already banking on Trump not winning the second one. It might not be Trump, but it will be his party, okay? And for what they've uncovered and for what they do, they've got no idea, you know. Trump and his administration intend for the Americans to pay as little tax as possible and have as much opportunity. You didn't get that, did you, with Jill Biden? Because that's who was influencing it. I'll tell you what, you know, that is disgusting. Putting him through all that. Didn't know whether he was coming or going. and she wanted it because she's a power grabber. Okay, she's a power grabber. She's a nobody and she's nasty, and I just can't believe how she turned out, you know. Question: when M passes, will H expect the royal family to give her a royal funeral? And will they? Excellent question. Will they? I hate it when it drags. Will they? For Harry they will. Yeah, for Harry. For Harry they will. No, it's different. It's different. You're telling me it's different. They'll do the same as Diana. Okay, they'll do the same as Diana. Will they do the same as Diana? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. They'll do the same for Diana. Now isn't that funny that they was divorced as well and the Queen refused it or something. So all I'm getting is the same as Diana. Now let me get this straight. When I'm reporting on people dying and when I'm telling you know, people ask me the questions in readings, you know, some people timelines are made up, some fluctuate. Okay, it can depend. It can be modified, I won't say distracted, okay, because when you go on one path, even if you choose that path, a different path, it all ends up at the same place. Question BFB: Australia has an election coming up on the 3rd of May. Will we get a change of government? I'm hoping and praying we will get a new minister. Alright, you phrased it differently. Will you get a new minister? It's all coming out now, darlings, okay? It's all coming out. Look, this election doesn't go ahead the way it should. Somebody being caught out, fear of being made, somebody making a mistake, feeling humiliated, okay? So, it's not the party that changes, but it could be the person. Is that right, Universe? Is it right? No, I'm wrong. That government does not. There's no change. No change just yet, okay. Sorry guys, I know. Happy Easter. Yeah, happy Easter. I forgot to mention that, but this RIP video I did on Thursday. And then I texted my brother on the Friday. I was like, oh, have a nice Easter weekend. And then I sent a text saying, oh no, it's Thursday, isn't it? It's not a Good Friday. And then straight after I checked my phone and I went, I had to go back. He's used to it. Just put, I know it's Friday. I know it's Friday. Them tricks and everything just mucked me right up. I never know what day it is. I never know what time it is. I don't wear a watch. Would the Valto be allowed to attend the King's funeral, and how would they check them out over men for wire cameras, etc., as she would come only to sell herself for the next purse pocket. Covered this before. Megan does not go to Charles's funeral. Does Megan go to Charles's funeral? Yes or no? No, no, no. Some answers never change. William's having none of it. Okay. William's having none of it. But of course Harry will go. Yeah, you won't deny that. How will Harry feel about the loss of his father? You know, would he want to capitalise on it? By then the truth's out. by then the truth is out. There will be no more to say. He's got nothing to say, and anyway it's all videoed and everything anyway, so you know, I feel like balance is restored here, and I'm not seeing Megan in the picture at all. I think what you'll see is true loss within inside him, but I can't help but feel he'll still be fighting a battle. Okay, that bloody security. So I give him. I was talking to a journalist the other day, Macclesfield. Oh yeah, guys, hi. Real nice. And I was asking him, you know, what constraints the media have, and I said about Ofcom, but that's like for broadcasting. And you know, it was quite enlightening, really. You know, you've got to have solid evidence. You know, he used me as an example. So say, you know, say somebody says you're a shit psychic, and you says then I go, you know, talk to you, interview, find out people opinions around you, get statements, you know, and stuff like that to say that I'm shit. Then he would print it. So I think they're constrained, you know. There's the papers have a lot of rules as well. Fascinating stuff. He asked me what my predictions was. Well, I said a few. I said about the king, the cancer goes to his brain. I expect him not to live beyond 2 years, so bless. I think people need to stop protecting Hasnaballs for the sake of Diana. She's been gone for years now. Time to make Hasnaballs pay for his downfall. No blame on the royal family. It needs to stop. The trouble is Harry can't control his emotions. He probably has a personality disorder, and that would be it. It's how you're raised as well, sorry. You know, yeah, he shouldn't be blaming the royal family, but he's got a long, long road ahead before he realises, you know, things. We all have our path. I don't think you know, he's got people around him that are reinforcing these ideas, you know. He seems not to be able to be strong enough to think for himself, or, you know, see the bigger picture, you know. I don't think he's going to change easily at all, you know. I think until he realises that he has got a personality disorder and starts to do the work. His theories have been abandoned. That's the same personality I've got, you know. Megan, well, I know she's a narcissist, but she does feel rejected by the royal family, and that's why she's intent on, you know, always pushing pieces on them as well. So yeah, it all depends really whether he can, if psychiatrists can be honest with him. You know, psychiatrists are really scared of telling people that they've got a personality disorder, because obviously the person, more or less, it might not be a good reaction, you know. I was quiet, me, and the first thing I did when I got outside was, you know, look it up. The sickness, you know, the sickness inside me. And yeah, you just have to, if you want to change, you can change, you know, you've got to make the effort. The other thing is as well, don't tell people that you're going to change, you won't do it again, that you're sorry, because you do it again, you know. Show them by your actions, and do it quietly, you know, and don't expect high praise because you haven't been a CUNC for a couple of months, you know. That praise will come later, and it comes in different ways, like, you know what, you've really changed, can't believe how much you've changed, you know. And that's what it is. So we noticed everybody's got a personality disorder, everybody's a narcissist, you know, everybody wants to be bipolar, no one wants to be schizophrenic though, do they? And that's a terrible, terrible disease. People think by getting a diagnosis it's going to excuse all the hurt and pain that you've caused other people. It doesn't, but you can come to terms with it. You need to forgive yourself, you know, and by that time you've been diagnosed. Everyone she's done one. They can't stand you, they can't be around you. Okay, so yeah, Will the truth about their children ever come out? If yes, how soon? It's soon, it's soon. Will it come out? This tells me it's already out. Yeah, look at that, okay. But, it's as if they really piss somebody off, you know. The bullying thing comes out. And I wonder as well, you know, there'll be mentions in the bullying. Because Megan was pregnancy, wasn't she? As well, so I think that kind of comes... There's a link there, okay? There's a link there. Someone they've tried to bully and silence in the car. Could be in the form of a book, it could be many things, it could be a statement from an OB-GYN, you know, but I think many people know the truth, you know. It's just waiting for that confirmation. The palace won't do it, you know. It's not their role to speak about their grandchildren and expose it, you know. Can you imagine how the kids would feel when they grow up and hear that, you know, Grandad Charles, you know, caused all this fuss? No one wants to hurt those children, no one, but they're going to pay the price, unfortunately. And yeah, it does come up, and I'm thinking it's sooner rather than later, because we're heading for a divorce, remember. They're already separated. Now you've got this shit coming out about marriage guidance. That suggests that they're still together. Do you not see that, you know? It's odd, isn't it? You know, it came from them. Did that marriage guidance crack come out because they're hiding the fact that they're not together? Yes or no? Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. That's me there. Already done it. Already predicted it. So, yeah. And again, I see a very caring woman, and it's not Catherine or anybody else. I'll tell you what, let's ask a question that's not on here. What does Princess Anne make of Meghan's stories about being in hospital and preeclampsia and giving birth and all this shit? Oh, I'm loving it, I'm loving it. Yeah, that's not the facts. So I like going, it's a backdoor one again. I like this because it's, you know, she wasn't even there. She never even gave birth. She wasn't in the hospital. That's what Princess Anne's thinking. That's what she knows. And you'll think, oh, how does she get away with it? She'll blame Harry. Dangerous to threaten Hillary. Meghan becomes a liability. You can have mocktails, same drinks, but alcohol free. Do you know what? The amount of drinks and juice I've been supping, I'm surprised I haven't gone up a dress size. Tried on a dress, it still fits, by the way. But yeah, you're right there. Less the cream. Do you know what? Water, cold water I love. At home, I drink 3 litres a day, but I've got to because I've got something wrong with my kidney from last November. What drama says it, but yeah, I need loads of water, me. Trump called out the Aspen Institute. It is not just Harry and Meghan, it also involves Obama, Clinton, Charles, horrible people. Glad that you brought this whole subject up. It was very worrying. Hillary came over to Frogmore Cottage to celebrate the birth of Archie. She didn't come over for that, darling. She came over because Meghan wanted to back out, and that was to create division. And I think, you know, I think the Royal Griff's right. You know, there was they're there to cause a distraction. Does Harry know that? No. See, he ain't got a clue, the dumb fucker. Did I say that? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Meghan promised him the world that they'd be successful, that they'd have all this money. But, you know, both of them are grifters, and both of them don't want to work or do anything. You know, Centre Bali, not been there for 5 years, you know. They only go where it pays. Oh, that's another thing. I remember that Megan, I know I'm having rapid dreams here. Like, it must be because I'm having a deep sleep or something, but I dreamt Megan was paid 240,000 from Sensibility. Was Megan paid 240,000 or around that figure? Okay, so first one, we're all going to find out in the past. So it's a huge amount of money for a say-so or endorsement from Megan. So it might not be 240,000, but you know, it was significant, and I did, I've exaggerated it. Okay, so it's less than 240,000, but in Sensibility, you will find Megan was paid a huge amount of money. How will a royal survive this outburst by Harry? I don't know about it, you know. He's coming to his senses. Look, you go into a war with Harry, he's getting exactly what he wants, and so is Meghan. Don't give them the air that they breathe, okay? Things change, yes, when you know, he's a broken man and all this, but he's got a load of comeuppance to come, so he's going to get destroyed by his own actions, his own greed, even his own thoughts as well. The king obviously doesn't want Harry to be pushed over the edge. What does the king fear for Harry next? Bloody hell. I can't tell you how annoying that is. He's expecting to see him, and you can be absolutely confident about that as well. And he will see Camilla, okay? He will see Camilla. I also do feel a woman who's on the other side of the world. She's as confident as I don't know what. Maybe Harry can make up with this woman. I've always said I think it's Sensibility that he wants back into. They'll probably do another interview. Who's the interview with? She's the Queen of Wands, so she's confident. And it'll be to try and make him look good. Actor? Actress? Do I know this actress? I've had spoke about her before. Yes or no? No. And it dropped out again. Late night show, maybe a late night show, so we don't know who she is. She hasn't interviewed him so far. He's gonna have to say sorry. He's going to have to say sorry. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what it is, but I know she's very good at what she does. Okay. Thank you, BFB. Blessings at this Easter time. And blessings to you all, okay? I ain't had an Easter if it would melt. It won't be in my hands that much. Honestly, it's boiling here. And of course it gets warmer every bloody day. I swear to God, I think the best time to visit is like maybe the week before, the last week of March, maybe in the first week of April. I'm not moaning about it because you've got, what, another 15 minutes and then I'm clocking off and going in the pool. Question, how long until her demise and how will fake kids take it? Right, so it goes like this. So she's already started the path, okay? You've got Gavin Newsom and Camilla Harris. And as politics interest grows and grows and grows, then that is the time. And how will the kids take it? Well, they'll be devastated, you know, like anybody. Karma. Harry becomes his dad in that situation, and Lily and Archie become William and Harry, and it's the girl, it's Lily, that will be angry, really, really angry, all her life. She'll be Harry. and so that's how it goes. Question, does Megan want to go into politics, and will she do it? I say she's already gearing up. She's dangerous. Absolutely she wants to. Not before. This is their job. This is their job to use that to cover up something else, okay? So it's she'll be she'd never get the people's vote, okay, but by talking about it and doing it and sticking her neck into business, I think it's more creative, and it's more to cover things that are already going on. So, you know, Megan wanting to go into politics is a big conversation, you know, a lot of PR, a lot of news and stuff. Diverting, okay, the world's eyes are on Megan, whether you like it or not, you know. She's genius, and you know, she's a bad bugger, but you know, she ain't being arrested, and yeah, so yeah, she does the further she goes in, and so on. So have we got a time frame, universe? 8 of Swords, 8 of Swords. Well, that's a card of months, okay. I don't think it's that soon. Well, the trouble is, okay, in 8 months' time she'll be fearing going to prison because of all this censorship shit. What are we doing? Right, okay. Hillary is terrifying. I'm glad Bangina, sorry, I can't hardly see the screen now because the sun's in the way, is there. He used to be one of her security guards and knows what to watch for. He said she's ruthless. If Megan is working with Hillary, as I have suspected since they lived in Frogmore, yikes. Yeah, I don't think it's, you know, it's got to be, it's an inside job. All I'll say that is an inside job. So I think I've covered this in this video, RIP2. Question, does alcohol affect psychic abilities? I've always said there's nothing worse than a drunk psychic. And the reason I know that is because I speak from personal experience. When I was younger, when I was first mastering everything, your emotions are all over the place. So, it impairs your judgment, that's what I'll say. It impairs your judgment, and obviously, you know, if you're in a pub like I did, I'm like, you know, honestly, do you think we're going to take you serious, and are you ever going to see him again to know? No, but I'll tell you what does happen with me. If I get annoyed, and it's only if I have to really, really be annoyed, okay, not a screaming banshee, but the anger. Oh, it's, I've had it where you put a spell on me, you said that and that happened, you know. So yeah, in angry mode, you can, yeah, you can be you can be a bit of a dick, okay. So I don't recommend it at all. You need to be balanced and clear as well, and you know, your energy stems to how you live your life, you know, or how you look after your emotions. And so drinking it doesn't do it, you know. I'm not saying that I didn't go out and then go touring and you know, bloody greet people the next day, but then again, it had gone out my system, you know, more or less it was out my system. So yeah, don't do it. You look a right dick. Okay. And anyway, no good can come from a drunk psychic. Did you see the Real Housewives when she was real famous? They did a film on her. She's really, really good as well. Shit hot. But that's the problem when you go out with people. I avoided a couple the other night because the people either do believe in psychics and want to know, you know, while you're off duty, or they don't believe and then they give you a right ribbing, you know. So I avoid those types of people, and luckily I can tell beforehand. It's always somebody else that'll say that she's psychic. I don't go around saying, oh, I'm psychic, you know. I feel embarrassed when they say, oh, what do you do for a living? And I say, oh, well, I do this, and I also have a bit on the side with YouTube. Oh, what do you talk about? Royal family. And up to then, all is going good. And then they say, what's your channel name? I'll subscribe. Oh, I want to just disappear under the floor, you know. I thought by saying the royal family, no one's interested. Anyway, it's always to say, oh, well, this is where you learn the real trick here. But yeah, you know, so it's just one of them. They subscribe. Okay, what we're at now? Right, one more question. Will there ever be a direct monetary connection between H&M and the Sugar Squad? If so, will there be charges for all involved? I love that question. Let's have a look. Let's use the ones that want tool damaged, okay? Will there be a direct connection between, it's Megan, Harry and the Sussex Squad? Will they be in trouble? Absolutely, absolutely. Couldn't happen to a nice couple. But again, you know, I think it's more Megan that gets caught for this than Harry. Okay, and I also think as well, you know, I don't know how, but somebody commits suicide over this. Yeah, definitely somebody commits suicide. So I don't know if it's a squaddy or something, but they are well and truly pushed over the edge. I think there's investigations, you know, ongoing, but I think it's maybe we're heading into early next year for this. So yeah, I feel like a squaddy member, this could impact, and then it just opens the floodgates as well. So unfortunately, we're going to lose somebody because of this. It could be that somebody's now being bullied by their own. That's how I feel. They'll be bullied by their own. Oh, ain't that awful? And what a thing to end on. Okay, guys, I'm going to pop into the pool, go have a coffee with my husband and get some lunch, and yeah, I'll be back later. So I'll probably try and get back at 4 o'clock or something, 4:30, 5 o'clock, when it's all gone quiet over there. And yeah, brilliant. I've loved it, and I hope you have too. Please subscribe and share. I mean, you've got no one to share it with, honestly. But do give me plenty of likes, okay? That's what matters. Alright, guys. Bye now. Bye-bye.